Hey friends, this is the MrsVolfie from our half-acre homestead, and as promised, I'm making Swedish meatballs. Okay, so first things first, we want to make our meatballs. And I'm not using bread and I'm not using onions. I'm doing something different. This is my multi-grain mix. And it's got pumpkin seeds and all kinds of stuff. The pumpkin seeds might not be that great in here, but I'm just using my multi-grain mix. I'm going to say I got about a cup there, a cup and a half. And I'm going to flavor it with this gravy mix I got on sale. Just because you know me, I mostly make my own gravy. But because of the amount of grain, I want to add some kind of beef flavor. Now, I might be able to actually add more grain here. Let's just see. I've got 2 eggs because it's 2 pounds of ground beef. And Mother Nature's first and best tool, mix with your hands. You want to make sure this is really well mixed. I don't know. But what I'm going to do is this is going to be too much for just us. Right? Fresh ground pepper. And I'm not going to add any salt because that gravy mix is probably salt seasoned. I am pre-boiling my egg noodles. I think I could get a little bit more in there. This multi-grain mix is sesame seed, poppy seed, oat flour, barley flakes, oat flakes, pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, poppy seeds, and a multitude of other healthy ways to stretch your protein. Although I think if I do this again, I will probably hit them in the grains in the blender just to break up the pumpkin seeds and stuff. Just want to make sure we get that flavoring mixed all the way through. And now we've got our foil lined, and I'm really grateful. My oven may be narrower than the last one, but it fits my large cookie sheets, thank goodness. I was going to be really upset if that happened. I'm just kind of half measuring them with this little cookie scoop, so that they'll all be roughly the same size. Now, you can put any kind of grain in here you want. You can use bread, you can use stovetop stuffing, you can use, you know, soaked barley, but I haven't soaked anything. This is going to hopefully soak up the juices from the meat into the grains. All right, these are going into a 350-degree oven for 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, here's what we have. Here is a buttered casserole dish. Now, obviously, I'm not going to use all these meatballs in one meal. So first things first, I'm going to take a portion of these lovely meatballs, and I'm going to drop them in the bottom of my casserole dish. Like, look at how lovely they are. Okay, just going to cover the bottom of the casserole dish. Now, I'm going to add homemade noodles, that have been partially cooked. They're really thick, so I wanted to partially cook them to make sure that they you know, soak up all the juices in the oven. Here we have a sliced onion. I'm going to throw in, I could put peppers in, but I'm getting low on peppers. So I'm just going to shove some broccoli florets right down inside here. Let me get you guys a little bit close. The rest of those meatballs are going to be, when they're cool, are going to be bagged up and frozen. Just going to push some broccoli florets right down in here, like this. See? So we have our onions and our broccoli. Now we're just going to throw mushrooms all over top. And then, of course, our mushroom soup. I am going to just rinse this out with a little bit of cream because, again, those noodles are going to need a bit more moisture. Not cream, milk, sorry. And the broccoli and onions will give it some moisture too. A little bit of garlic powder. And you guessed it, a little bit of Parmesan cheese. Now I'm going to put this into a 350-degree oven with a lid on or covered for about, I don't know, 40 minutes at 350, and then I'll uncover it and let it brown up. And I easily have enough meatballs for 2 more suppers, easily. Okay, the lid off. Look at that. Let's dish this up and hope that my noodles, they look, I par-cooked them first, as you saw. You know what, folks? I should have done more sauce. I should have done 2 cans of mushroom soup. This is not looking, oh well, it's moist. Let's get this over to Daddy and see what he has to say. Or he can come here and do it. But I'll pepper it and we'll give this to Papa.
Time.
It's what?
It's about time.
Well, I mean,
waiting for my Swedish meatballs.
Are the noodles chewy?
No, it's not.
Okay, good. Because I par-cooked them first. Now these are a special recipe meatball. Do you know what I did? I used just multigrain mix, eggs, and a packet of powdered gravy in the meatballs.
Very tasty.
There you go. Next time I think, though, I'll add a can of gravy or something. This is the MrsVolfie from our half-acre homestead saying he got his Swedish meatballs. Now I can relax and figure out what I'm going to cook next. But I do have 2 things of meatballs in the freezer for another day. Let's see what I can do with that, eh? Mwah. Take care, God bless.